So all in all, the total expenditure of my entire subscriptions per year is... Hi guys, hope you guys are doing well, hope you guys are doing fine. I'm Pixel Sammy and welcome to this newest video. In this newest video, we're going to talk about the top subscriptions which I feel are worth paying for and has the best return on investments. So with that being said, let's get into it. I've divided this video into 4 parts: knowledge, productivity, entertainment, and business. And all of these sectors have some services which I always pay for. And trust me, I'm always that person who always finds some amount of free method to do the things, but paying for this softwares or services out there has actually saved me ton of money as well as time. And that is what matters the most if you want a more productive life, isn't it? So let's get started. The first one from knowledge sector is Skillshare. Absolutely a no-brainer. You guys can get lots of different kinds of courses on any kind of subjects out there, from painting, artist, architecture, MBA, any kind of topic you guys like. You guys will find a course of some kind uploaded on Skillshare for you guys to watch, and it is extremely cheap, especially in India. It is extremely cheap for only $2,000, which is like $30 for an year. And of course, in other places of the world such as Canada, Singapore, it is a little bit more costlier side, maybe on $100 or $120 or something like that. So it actually varies from country to country, but so far it is one of the best investments, because learning and having new knowledge, new skills is always the best investment you guys can do to yourself. And of course, like I already mentioned before in my previous videos, I also have a Skillshare course on how to start a YouTube channel. Some of the algorithm tips are something you guys must watch out for. So again, this is something right off the bat. The first 5 people from the link in the description below will get it totally for free. No payment details required. Just go to the link in the description below and click it as soon as possible. Next one, productivity. Again, this is one of the most crucial things. Ali Abdaal, Thomas Frank, there are so many other people who actually advocate these softwares, and this is Notion. It is just amazing. I use it for literally everything. However, I know that there are other softwares to other alternatives to which I'll make a video on in the future. The one software which I feel can be a good alternative to Notion is ClickUp. Amazing software, a very vibrant software in my opinion. Notion is more on the minimal side, whereas ClickUp is more on the vibrant side. The interface itself is super vibrant, so I feel that I'm more of a minimal kind of a guy, so I go for Notion. But ClickUp is very good, extremely economical and financially viable as well, because it is super cheap, just like Notion. The second subscription which I have is Adobe. Of course, everyone uses Adobe, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, Lightroom, Illustrator. This is one of the compulsory subscriptions I guess every creator has these days. The next sector which I use is entertainment. And the first one in this list is of course Amazon Prime. Extremely good return of investment, because I get free shipping, I get to see movies, I get to hear songs. So because I get to hear songs from Amazon Music, I don't have to get a Spotify subscription for listening to Spotify music. I know Spotify has some other advantages, but I personally don't use those advantages anymore. Amazon Prime is always the go-to one. And for podcast, I use the Apple Podcast, so no kind of Spotify required for there as well. The second one in this list I pay for is Disney Hotstar. It is super cheap. It is I guess $15 for the premium version for an year, which is extremely viable and has really good quality movies on it. The third one in the list is ZEE5. I will be honest, I got it for free for a subscription of my internet, so I can't really recommend this to anyone. This is not a very good app. Again, the app is super glitchy. The website itself is not that good looking. The UI is very bad. The collection of movies is not that great. Again, I got it for free, so for me it's a no-brainer, but for you I won't recommend you to get it anyway. And of course, if you guys are in the US, Netflix is a good option. Here in India, Netflix is super costly, so I don't really use Netflix. Rather, I use all of this once. I get most of the movies from here, and it is super economical. And the amount I pay for all these 3 for an year is equivalent to Netflix's subscription for a month. So it is not really a very good financial decision from my end. The next category is business. This is by far the costliest, subscriptions I have taken, and it is the costliest ones in the entire list. However, these are mostly for businesses, so it is a tax write-off. Again, it has a good return of investment. So these are the most necessary ones. I won't really recommend anyone to get all of this if you're just starting out, but I will recommend to get some of them so that it can speed up your freelancing workflow or any kind of other workflow for that matter. So the first one in the list is SiteGround and Bluehost. Now I do have two websites. One is the School of Creators, where I host all my courses as well as my digital products. The second one is my travel blog, which is the Flying Bohos. So these are two separate websites hosted on two different platforms. Shop of Creators is taken and hosted on Bluehost, whereas Flying Bohos is hosted on SiteGround. Flying Bohos is extremely costly for that matter. Flying Bohos costs around $200 to $300 a year, whereas Bluehost costs around $100 a year. Again, the speed in the SiteGround one is much better than Bluehost. So it is totally up to you if you guys ever choose any hosting service for a website. Squarespace is good, but it is super costly. In my opinion, Bluehost, SiteGround always provides very good service. The next one in the list is iCloud storage. Again, being an Apple user, it is extremely essential to get that because it actually fills up the space. 5 GB is not enough. Apple, please. 5 GB is not enough. At least give them 15 GB just like Google, because 5 GB, come on. You guys are forcing us to actually pay the subscription, nothing else. So I actually got a 50 GB storage plan for the iCloud one. And the third one in the list is the Google storage, which is the 200 GB storage plan. So that is the main one I use. Other than those, I do have a 10 terabyte NAS. So there I offload all the things. However, I use Google Drive for safekeeping all my most important documents as backup. Other than those, the second place where I back up all the things is Notion. The fourth one in the list is Storyblocks. Again, for a creator, Storyblocks is extremely important. Having some stock footages, good amount of other templates, etc. is very cool, and Storyblocks provides you just that. This is not a sponsored video. There is no affiliate link either. I paid for Storyblocks myself and it is just amazing. The next two websites are extremely good for music licensing, and as a creator, I guess everyone must have known what I'm actually talking about. The first one is Epidemic Sound. The second one is Audio.com. Both of them are extremely good. Epidemic Sound, we all know what this is. It has some really amazing music. Audio.com is fairly new, but the best part is that Audio has some really good quality songs and it has a lifetime subscription. Yes, lifetime subscription, and it covers everything: weddings, business, advertisements, etc. for only $300. Whereas Epidemic Sound is very good for creators, for YouTube usage, but it is much costlier when it comes to business use. Epidemic Sound I keep it for YouTube, whereas for all the other scenarios such as business, advertisements, I use Audio.com. Really good quality music they both have. The affiliate links to both of them are there in the description below. If you guys like it, then do make sure to check it out at least once. The last one in the list is Voomly.com. Voomly.com is basically the hosting place for my course. So you guys will need some kind of a place where you have to upload all the videos for your course, right? So other than Skillshare, where I already posted my courses, I use another service where I host all my courses too. In simple languages, Voomly.com is a very good alternative to Teachables, Podia.com, etc. But the best part is Voomly.com has a lifetime subscription, so that is one thing which is extremely good. Another good thing about Voomly.com is that Voomly.com can be used as a video hosting service too, so it is actually a good alternative for Vimeo.com too. So I don't have to pay for Vimeo subscriptions. Rather, Voomly gets me done with all the things from hosting my courses, as well as my Vimeo videos can be hosted here too and shared with other people. So Voomly is used for that. So all in all, the total expenditure of my entire subscriptions per year is this. Amazing, right? But it has a very good ROI, as well as some of them are tax write-offs, so it is a very beneficial thing for me as well as a business owner. Other than this, that is enough for this video. Which one was your favorite, or is there any subscription which you guys like? Then do make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys are interested on my new method on how to upload in high quality in Instagram, it is right here, as well as some other transitions videos which is right here. Other than those, like this video, comment down below, share this video with your friends, and I'm Pixel Sammy guys. I'll be back with a new video soon. Peace out.